Something that a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with is pricing. Price your services too high and no one will buy. Price them too low and still no one will buy. It's one of those really tricky catch-22 situations, but it doesn't have to be. And I'm going to chat you through today the 5 ways to help you make pricing so much more simple. I'm Lucy Wheeler and I am thrilled that you're joining me here on my YouTube channel, and I am the founder of Lucy Legal, which provides legal templates for businesses to support them in doing the stuff that they just don't like doing. And one of those things happens to be accounts and pricing. If you are an entrepreneur, then I would imagine that at least once, if not regularly, you have tried to grapple with the idea of pricing and how to find the perfect price for your product or service. And it's something that a lot of my clients struggle with. And when they come to me and we work on the terms and conditions and the details around that pricing, we're able to work out how to find a legitimate price to charge for their services. And something that really bugs me is when I see people in the industry, it's often the coaching industry, but it can be other service-based industries as well, that simply say, the way to price your products is just to think, right, well, how much would I like to earn? I'd like to earn a 10k month and I'd like to work with 2 clients, so just 5 grand. 5 grand's the pricing. Oh my God, I'm just literally like, no, that is not how you do it. And that's just not legitimate. It's not authentic. It doesn't have any substance behind it, which is what you do need to have when you are putting your pricing together. So I am sharing with you today 5 simple steps to work out your pricing and find something that feels authentic to you, something that you know will sell, and something that your clients are going to love, which is the key. Step 1, consider your offer and the value you are putting into it. So maybe you've got a one-to-one service, maybe it's a membership, maybe it's a group program. It doesn't matter what the offer is, but start shaping and framing that offer and work out what the value is in that. I don't like to use the word transformation, but how are you getting your clients from A to B? And think about that in a couple of different ways. Now, if you've been following me along with me for a while, you might know that I run a trademark course, and it's called File in 5, and the transformation that people get is they spend 5 days with me and I teach them how to apply for a trademark in the UK. That kind of transformation is huge for a business. Like, I don't know if you know, but the implications of not having a trademark could mean that your business is literally overnight. If someone else gets the mark that you are using for your course or your program or your brand name and you don't have it, then they could actually request that you cease and desist trading and you'd be forced to stop straight away. Now that's going to be a huge headache if, for example, trading with a name and it's on your podcast, if it's on your YouTube, if it's on your social media, and you can't just simply quickly make a change. So that course is full of value. Like that A to B for them, it's one of those things. It's priceless. It's the brand protection. It's a huge amount of money. But people aren't going to want to pay tens of thousands of pounds to get a trademark, but they are going to pay to get bespoke support day for over 5 days, which is what that course is. So it's about thinking about what's the value in there, how am I going to best serve people, and then putting a price on that reflects that. So it's not simply going, I want to make £5,000, so I'm going to charge that money, because that's just a ludicrous way of doing business. So take one of your offerings, think about how you think about the value in that. Perhaps it's a power hour session. What are people going to get in that power hour, and how much is that worth to them? And then once you've done that, take a little moment as well to think about whether people would actually buy that. Like, what is the value in it? If for example, you're saying, well, actually it's huge, kind of like what I was saying, it's a huge value. Would someone spend £10,000 on a 5-day course to get a trademark? No, they're not going to. And there's a number of reasons for that, which I'll come on to in a moment. But think about how that sits with you and whether you think it's a good price in terms of, what do you think? Does it feel aligned with your beliefs? Do you think it's a price that reflects the services you're going to offer? And remember that pricing, this exercise I'm going to say, should be done regularly, but you're not going to change it every month. You're just going to sit with these prices once you've decided them. So anyway, that's step 1. Step 2 is you want to consider where your pricing sits alongside your competitors. So what are your competitors doing? And this matters, and people might say, no, stay in your lane, it only matters what you're doing. To some extent that is true, but to a big extent it's really not, because If your competitors are all offering their power hour sessions for £99 and yours is £999, then there's going to be a bit of an issue here, or there might be, and this is why it's key. So if your competitors are all offering power hours for £99, and you can think, well, mine is 900, but mine is really special because I give them this, this, and this. I also provide this. I actually can give them this transformation. I have actually got these qualifications. Therefore, perhaps it's not worth $999, but it's worth $199, and mine is really worth $199, so I'm going to charge that. People who say don't look at what anyone else is doing, it doesn't matter. It really does matter, because in the industry and in the marketplace, you want to craft your offer and then explain it to your clients. As I said, if you were saying before, well, the 999 feels right because I did step one and that was what feels right for me, then you're going to have to really work about how you're going to sell that. And so that's really important for you, that you know that information so that you can bring that out in the sales, in your sales page and any of your copy. Let's take a step back again now. And step 3 is, how does this sit with you? How does it feel, that pricing, now you have it? Now you know what you think the value is, and you know what other people value those services are. So take a moment. Does it feel aligned? Does it feel right? Make a note and say if you think it feels high or if you think it feels low. Now, if you think it feels low, then if it's the first time you've ever offered that service, you can say, this feels a little low, but it's something I'm going to review next quarter. So you pop that on your list of things to do next quarter, and you can see then how it sells. Or you might say, this seems a bit high, and you might often, I think a really great thing is, if you're unsure with the pricing, is to start a little lower and to see what the uptake is. Now, if you're doing power hour sessions and you say they're £99 and literally you sell 100 in the first day, then it's probably a good indication that that's a really, really well priced for people and they think it's a fantastic value for money. Now you've taken a step back and you've decided that you're happy with your pricing. Launch the service at that price. And you're going to have to give it some time. So I'd give it a minimum of a month, but probably a quarter, to see how it gets on. Step 4 is all about launching your pricing legitimately. So when you launch, you're going to want to test this pricing, as we just said, for at least a month, maybe even for 3 months, just to see how it works in the market, because things are often happening. If you're going to launch over the summer, it's different. If you launch over Christmas, it's going to be different. So giving it 90 days really, really does help to see what the market is doing and how they're responding to your offer. Now, remember as well that you've got to launch legitimately. So when you launch a new product or service, do not say it's on a flash sale. Something cannot be on sale. It can be for sale, but it cannot be on sale if it's never been available for purchase before. So instead, you're going to want to be using phrases such as introductory pricing or new product pricing. Introductory offer that then expires after, say, a week or whatever it's going to be. So you might want to put some introductory pricing on it, or say that it's introductory pricing for that first 90 days. So you're going to make sure that you launch it legitimately. And then step 5, once you've done all of that, is to make sure that once you've launched it, you've scheduled in that time of when you're going to review the pricing, and you're going to see how well it's done. Is it something that has done really well when you first launched it? Move the pricing around a little bit after the first week? Or is it something that you're going to need to revisit? Is it something that you enjoy selling? Is it a service that you still believe in? So it's really important. I often see people, when they are looking for their terms and conditions for their offers, and they're sort of saying, oh, these are the products and the services I offer. And we sit down and look at them and they say, well, actually, hang on a second, I don't really like offering that. And I don't want to do the power hours, and actually my power hours always end up being 90 minutes because I give so much value and then I do feedback, and actually what they need to be doing is selling something like a half day mastermind, half day consultations, and then they price those totally differently because they're actually giving away more than just an hour. And that's the thing as well. Remember, if you're doing something like a power hour, that you've got to factor in all of your time as well. So any onboarding time, can you make that automated, or can you get a VA to support with that? Because any time that you're doing with that, it's not time that you're giving to your client. It's not time you're getting paid for. So if something is a power hour, you really maybe even need to be putting in another 15 minutes to that client or to that time. So it's helpful for you to know your hourly rate, so you can build that into your pricing. This is video 1 of a 3-part series. In the next 2 parts, we're talking about profits and the profit first method, and then planning how to actually make a 90-day plan that works for you. So I hope you'll join me for those 2 future videos. I've been Lucy Wheeler and I've loved chatting to you today. If you've enjoyed this too, then please do subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a video. See you soon. Bye.